After 5 months without uploads, just time to make something. Where do I now start this from? I've been gone for a decade, and in that time, 5 million things happened. Apparently. People shouting for betrayal, others for degenerates, accusations, and when you mix all this mess, it gives you the subject we are going to talk about today. However, to get that slightest of context, how about you go make a tour in my last video about the Genixx situation? Trust me, you'll like it. And without further ado, let's get into this mess. Parts by parts. So this all had started when I firstly wanted to check out the ADM server to see what's going on, what are the news and etc, etc. My way came across with somebody called ManiacSonic who is preparing the server and organizing it. We came to a discussion about somebody called Happylikeawall. From what I understood, ManiacSonic made a favor for Happy and Happy returned the favor. Just keep this information in mind, we will need it later on. Now for those who are genuinely curious who the heck is this person, an artist. Yep. Literally, her channel I think is going around this time anyway, where she has got a YouTube channel with over 3,000 subscribers. And I think you might know who are subscribed anyway. Now obviously I'm not the only who had talked about this mess, as Supersmashsw, Mr. Frost and recently Dynasty called her out for this mess. And pretty much fast explanations, you see her channel is marked for 16+. What do you mean by 16+? As if you're 16 you ain't a minor or something? That shit is for at least goddamn 25+, and even 25 it's still ridiculous and disgusting. Continuing our investigation, she has got a Discord server and her own websites apparently. Well, from the time I'm making this video, all her links somehow disappeared for some reason. Maybe it's a bug or something. But I could get them anyway. Like I said, she has got her own website, a Discord server and even a Patreon page. Now obviously, keeping them in there would have been a huge mistake due to the young audience. And who knows what's behind these links, honestly. And that's not all. To put the cherry in the top of the mountain, my informers told me she has got a goddamn Rule 34 account for some reason. However, nobody can tell if it's hers or not. This is getting more and more ridiculous. I also have noticed she was actually involved in some old drama, most of when somebody calls her out for this shit, and she'll be like, oh you harassed me situation. Well, what I do think however is that most of my words were subjected to your content and not you as a person. This is simply to put on some solid basis from the beginning, as I'm not interested into getting free harassment, especially from your subscribers. And if they do, I will not have any goddamn mercy for them. But I think my message is very clear. Your content is suggestive as hell and it is not suitable for minors. I haven't been in your Discord, though I have 2 exact confirmations. First, it is level for 16+. Second, I got my hands on suggestive artwork from there. But I think the worst would be adults talking to minors. This is obviously a possibility, and who knows what could happen. Continuing our story, a week I think after I got all this info about Happy and all that mess, Genixx, one of the old members of the ADM, and yes I said old members for a reason, sent a long text explaining he's quitting from the movement. Where he explains why he's quitting, that he was treated like shit. Well, I'll let you read this by yourself, just pause the video. At that moment, I must say that I didn't have much info regarding a relationship between Happy and Genixx, to be completely honest with you. Indeed, I thought this is pretty much a totally different situation that happened, and as always I never had any sort of information about it. That until I got a call with him asking why he was quitting. To make it short for you guys, because the call I think was around 2 hours and I think nobody's really interested into hearing a 2 hours long conversation. Besides that, I didn't even record it. You remember that I told you about something concerning ManiacSonic and Happylikeawall. Obviously these are now connected due to this favor thing. Well, it doesn't actually stop here, as once again some of the ADM members had a call, which I wasn't there again, where ManiacSonic had a USB drive containing some mess concerning a degenerate. And you might now have an idea who is it anyway. And well, from what Genixx told me, he didn't want to give it due to weaponizing this group somehow. And it was at that moment where he teamed with ManiacSonic. After all this, I must admit I doubted about everything I was doing. About the ADM members, the leader and etc etc. These are multiple things concerning concerning multiple stuff, and which is very complicated to fully understand from the first time hearing it. That's why I invite you to rewatch this last part again. What is coming after all this is the most ridiculous of all, because what I told you is simply the call I had with Genixx, but I also had a call with Sharkhunter, and to be completely honest with you, it is the part that will put things clear. And hey, don't worry, I will not bother you this time with 5 million explanations. The call with Sharkhunter is pretty much straightforward, as he indeed confirmed what Genixx told me, but with slight differences. The first thing is, it was Genixx who told Sharkhunter to call him anytime to make a video. That Genixx in any case didn't care much about his job, and I have this some actual proofs, and which is a call the ADM members had with Happylikeawall, and as always I wasn't there for some reason. Take a listen.
You know, like, dude, you know I have to work and shit. Like, I work overnight and you keep...
Genixx, you told me you don't care if you get a job or not. You said you're probably gonna quit in 2 weeks, exactly in that call, and you said you didn't give a f. I even asked you, oh, you're at work. He's like, no, bro, I don't I hate this job anyways. Okay, what was I supposed to get from that? Oh, yeah, I love this job so much. Oh, you're calling me during work. You didn't care.
This small part explains you a lot of things, isn't it? Well, don't worry, I've gathered a lot.
Why was Shotgun telling me that you were that even though he told you he couldn't make the Gax video, you still wanted him to make it anyways, despite him having issues? Okay. And you did this. You did the same thing, because I literally spoke to him, and that's what he told me. Like, you're so, bro, you are, like, you don't get, like, here's the thing, you don't see us as friends, you just see us as your proxies for views, because you know you can't handle the heat on your own. That's why you need us.
Christian,
that's the thing.
Christian,
that's the only reason you care.
Christian, I know you like listening to your voice a lot, but let me go give me a chance to respond to all this. So let's go address this point by point. So the first thing you brought up was the thing about Gax. So firstly, I didn't force Shotgun to make the video. I had a pretty reasonable call with him, and he agreed with it, and he said that the only reason why he would be hesitant to do it is because, oh, he might not be on a break, and I said, oh, this could be like a pretty good opportunity for you to come, come out, and he agreed with it. To respond to the second point about, me using you as proxies, there's just no proof to back this up. The only thing you have is maybe like the fucking Fox Kit drama where I didn't want to get involved, but that's because you like fucking tried to. You're just bullying them in the call, you're just bullying them in the video, and I didn't want to have my name associated with that, really, not gonna lie.
Hey, this is Max from the future, just here to add 2 few things I found personally important. Before I get my hands on this call, I had a small discussion with Genixx in DMs to be precise. From what he told me in the call, Happy's side kept it cool while Sharkhunter was the one raging over Happy, mentioning even laughing at him. While the reality is, Happy literally embarrassed him in front of everybody in that call. Take a listen again.
Okay, can everyone be silent for just a moment? Sharkhunter babes, I gotta tell you, I have not talked to these people. Genixx joined my server yesterday, and I just chewed him out and timed him out, and he never even dared to talk to me. Bro, like, what are you doing? Why are you crashing out?
Genixx, you're getting cucked right in front. Oh my god, this is horrible.
Then he would say sorry excuse of somebody who I thought was a friend of mine.
You know I'll get my hands on that call, Genixx. You know I'll find the truth. So why have you lied to me, man? The second thing is, Happylikeawall kept addressing some words to Sharkhunter such as sweetheart and babe, which you'd say normally to your partner or husband, for example. Not from a 25 years old woman to a 16 years old. Take a listen.
Every
night, are you
Holy
jealous?
shit.
Are you
He's
jealous?
gay.
Yeah, crazy crap, man. Lord have mercy. Also, the moment I'm speaking, it's literally set on this bar. I couldn't sleep last night as I was continuously thinking of this mess. So yeah, back to the video.
Something else Sharkhunter told me. ManiacSonic and Genixx are actually under the control of Happylikeawall. In fact, their objective from the whole beginning were to join the ADM and destroy it from the inside. The proofs of this are that ManiacSonic is actually a moderator in Happy's server, and just a few days ago, it was the turn of Genixx of becoming one as well. All of this started a year ago. Yes, that one drama I've talked about a few minutes ago. Happy sent her public to stalk and spy in servers. Yes, we are talking about 1 whole goddamn year of spying respectively in Sharkhunter and Supersmash's server. Talking about Supersmash, if you think that Happy's actions aren't actually bad enough, hopefully now you can make a memory reboot after hearing this. Mods of Happylikeawall when searching for Supersmash's profile on a website, which I will keep it private due to privacy reasons, where he posted at the age of 15 Yeah, Supersmashsw had a addiction when he was still a minor, and he wanted actually to join the ADM to revolt against it, which I personally think is actually reasonable. Now, this isn't actually the core of the problem. The issue is that account had his real name on it. Instead of closing their damn mouth up like a normal person should have done, no, they would all spit it loud as heck to, you guessed it, Happylikeawall. Told you she controls everybody, didn't I? In fact, she told them to do this. The account is old as heck. I even say just forgotten. Nobody had even knew about it. Not even a single person in the ADM. Just to tell you the level of hypocrisy, dishonesty, and control Happylikeawall is. But the thing that left me speechless was Genixx was in the discussion. He was in the DMs, listening and watching. Literally, Supersmashsw was being doxxed in front of him. But instead of defending him or anything, what he did is simply leave the call/DM, leaving Smash behind. That was for me le point de non-retour. Want even more of Happy's actions? I can add mass reporting channels. In fact, if you remember correctly, I mentioned somebody called Dynasty previously, didn't I? Well, actually the reality is this person is just using a temporary alt account to expose Happylikeawall. Why using an alt account? Because the main one was actually misreported by Happy's puppies. In fact, it was her who told them again to do that. And oh boy, how much harassment did they get in the comments? Woo! Addressing something to those f***ing gooners. What is your standing to be the weakest people in society? Happylikeawall has become for you some sort of divinity somehow, isn't it? How hilarious. Fun fact, by the way. Happylikeawall doesn't give a damn shit about all of you reunited. All she wants is saving her own ass and by using you as her toilet paper. But hey, I'm just saying, if you think all of these actions I've talked about are as harmless as drinking a glass of water, let me know. And in the time, let's make now a good conclusion. Let me be honest with you, I actually never had incident to make a video about this. The reason is, I was informed of all of these informations regarding Happylikeawall, Genixx and ManiacSonic way too late. And to be completely fair, I didn't want to side with any of the parts until I got my hands on the full story. After this video, I hope you understood that this isn't only something concerning Degenerates. It's about betrayal, doxing, manipulation, and trying to spread misinformation to anybody who'd go against Happylikeawall. Regarding this, the only three things I want to add to the full case report are the following. First, Happylikeawall has got an OnlyFans page as well. I got this at the minute 19 of the match, like they say. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really surprise me that this 25, soon 26 years old woman do this. All her crap are concerning awful stuff anyway. Second, she is preparing both a Google Doc and a video about Supersmashsw. The Google Doc, I've read it, and it's just ridiculous. And for the video, let us wait and see what kind of shit she throw in the internet. And third and final thing, and this is to anybody watching this, I want to ask you, what's the point of all of this? What's the point of following her or any Degenerate content in general? I don't have any sort of logical explanations. Are you like depressed or something? Are you like that one lonely person who couldn't find true love? Did she like promise you a gift if you go against us or something? In any case, here's my advice. Save yourself before you regret it someday. Time flies. In a moment you'll find yourself in your 20s. No job, no life, no nothing. A wise man said a day, there are 4 things that can save you in life. God, your bank account, your hands, and some skills. That's all I gotta say. So I apologize first not being very active this summer. In fact, #1, I'm in vacations, and #2, I had recently some back problems. Yes, went to a doctor and found that my upper back is camping at 51 degrees, while it shouldn't actually pass 40. However, when he told me I didn't have scoliosis, man, I pray thanking God I hadn't that. Anyway, hopefully this situation won't get any worse than it is right now. Again, wishing nobody to be a failure. Anyone who wants to succeed in life will find success. That was Mark Shotgun again. Free Palestine. I'll see you all in future videos. Goodbye.